Joe said any day now. You don't have to stay for the whole thing, Steve.
Listen, man. I'll do what I can do.
Dang, Steve's ride or die, bro.
Ride or die.
Yeah, you're the one driving 20 hours in a week, so.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see. So shows that we are now live. Keith, say something. Make sure I can hear you.
Mic check. Hello.
Damn.
Yo,
All right. So first off, we are 20 minutes late because
you smoked a fatty.
I freaking passed out.
Yeah, you see, Alex just messaged.
What did he say?
Send him an email invite, and then he sent his email.
The heck, Alex? I'll be on my phone. It won't bring me into the link. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I just was laying in bed with my daughter, and I guess I fell asleep, and I woke up. And I was like, "Oh shit!"
It happens, man.
Send this. Okay. I'm gonna tell him it's done. That noise y'all hearing is this little hamster.
Getting his exercise in?
Yeah. Late at night. Let's see. Okay, so y'all want to wait for Alex to do the announcement, or do we do it now? Let's go to the chat real fast. Joe, shut the fuck up, Joe. What's up, Horrified? Amber, hey, keeping it real. Sorry for being late. I was out like a light. Dude, this hamster's driving me nuts. Dude, this thing just did a fucking backflip out of its little wheel, and it flew out.
It's getting exercise in.
Jesus Christ. It's like a stomach. All right, there's Alex. Hey, we can hear you. Where are you at right now?
I'm at Eric's room.
That sounds naughty.
Wait, I thought Eric was with you.
Well, he is, but he's not staying in my house.
I wouldn't stay at his house either, Eric. Don't worry.
He's right here.
You're turned like
horizontally.
Horizontal, yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Did you fix it? Jesus Christ. This little fucker's going, bro. He's gonna start. He's like building our electricity for our house for the month on the fucking little wheel.
You should figure out how to do that.
I know, dude. That'd be nice. Okay, so while everybody's here, we have a huge announcement. We're super excited that starting for me on the 16th, we are going to be getting together in Ohio at a amazing location. Where are we going to be at, Keith?
We will be going to the Madison Seminary in Ohio. Super excited.
And it's a big building. Steve's been there before. What do you have to say about it, Steve?
Yeah, it's 70,000 square feet. It's actually kind of like two separate buildings that are kind of conjoined in the middle with this like one hallway part. It's crazy. It's crazy active. It's one of the most active places I've been in the last 10 years, that's for sure. I've been out there 3 separate trips for a total of 6 nights in the last 2 years. So I've spent some time in there. I did some work on it with Adam too for a weekend.
And you said that you had a weird experience there, right? Kind of like similar to what happened to me.
Yeah, it is the first time anything like that's ever happened to me anywhere. You can feel stuff certain places, even if you're not sensitive or whatever, like you can pick up on stuff, but this was something different. This was making me act a completely different way that it wasn't me. I guess for about an hour at the time, I didn't really realize it, but everybody there was freaking out because I wasn't myself for almost an hour, I guess. So, and that's something that's been happening more and more there in that same area.
Weird. It's like that spirit that's there is getting like stronger or something like that. So me, Alex, and Steve have had weird experiences like that. So Keith, how does it make you feel knowing that we're going to be in that place for 2 nights straight, having
I'm
heard
not
that?
gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking. The fact that there's only gonna be four of us in this 70,000 square foot building for 2 days is a little frightening. And the fact that we'll be doing some isolation sessions, that's I can't wait. I'm excited, but at the same time I'm terrified. But it's gonna be epic, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, and you say some isolation sessions. No, Keith, the second night we're going to be alone by ourselves the whole night.
Yes.
So that's pretty scary.
That is crazy.
How are you feeling about everything, Alex, so far?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling great about it. I'm excited. I've never been there, but it's a bucket list location for me. And just the whole history of the place and all the just I think that some of these places that have that kind of religious background, like the seminaries and the churches and things like that, can actually be very active places, uh, and are very spiritually charged. So I'm excited. I'm especially excited for the second night when we do have the alone time, just to see what we all experience uh, in the different zones we're going to be in.
For those watching, we have an idea, a structure, and a plan for this film. I mean, we're not going to get into all the little details, but yeah, the second night we're going to be alone. We plan on being alone, completely alone. The place is so big that we're going to split it up into like 4 zones, and we're going to all rotate throughout the night, and then we're going to sleep alone. Uh, I hate being alone. I've been alone so much. Alex does stuff alone all the time, and Keith does too. But uh, like being like alone for the stupid filming for Paranormal Isolation, that was horrible most of the time.
Mm.
So it's going to be really interesting. It really does something to you. Would you agree, Alex?
Yeah, it's going to be intense, especially since we'll be doing the whole night. Everyone's going to want to make sure to have plenty of batteries and everything, and definitely pace ourselves. We don't want to go too hard, too fast. Pace yourself. Uh, but also go hard the whole night. So it's going to be. I don't know what's going to happen, man. It's going to be it's gonna be cool. I especially like that we're gonna each have time in each zone to see if we have any similar experiences. Uh, are we gonna have any type of communication with each other, like walkie talkies or anything? Or are we just gonna kind of go with the flow?
I have some walkie. I only have 2 walkie
I
talkies.
got 4. I can bring 4.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, we'll all stay in communication in that sense, I guess, because we do need to do that. But we
Just in case anyone starts feeling anything negative.
yeah, exactly. We need to what's like should we create like some type of code phrase or word, like something that we should say?
The only thing is that the only thing with that is though, like if what happens on the 3rd floor or wherever, because I was on the 3rd floor last time when it happened. I won't say what room or anything, so we can see if anything happens again. But if that happens again, like I wasn't aware that something weird was going on. Like I was aware of what was happening, like people talking to me and stuff. But like to me, I was fine and there was nothing wrong. And like I wouldn't have known to say what anything at that point. It was about an hour before I really kind of snapped out of it, and they were all like, my mom was almost in tears. I mean, my mom's been doing this with me for 10 years, and that's the first time she's ever been scared.
Dang.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, you won't really know, but I guess we just got to do a good job about making sure we check in on each other from time to time.
Yeah.
We'll figure out all the kinks while we're there, I'm sure. But let's go down the line real fast. Keith, what part are you looking forward to the most about this trip?
Besides meeting all of you guys, which is going to be epic, I'm really looking forward to the challenge of isolating myself. I've never isolated myself for that long. So that is going to be a personal challenge of mine. Really looking forward to that. That's probably my number one thing is just just being by yourself. And in my head, like yesterday, I was joking around. I was like, these guys better not try to do any pranks, like because I'll start swinging. But I mean, as long as we all trust each other, that we know that we're not going to be messing with each other and we'll be in our own areas, I can mentally prepare for it. But that's what I'm most looking forward to. What about you
And
guys?
Steve, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying the other day, I kind of have almost unfinished business with the top floor there. Like I said, I've never had anything like that happen to me anywhere, but I'm just excited to get back in there. The building is so cool and it's so full of activity, and it's something different each night you're in there. I mean, even from night to night, back to back nights when we're in there, I'm expecting different stuff one night to the next. It's a whole new game in Madison. It really is. Adam got himself a gold mine when he got that building. He got a really cool place.
What's the part you're looking forward to the most, you think?
Definitely meeting Keith and Steve and seeing you again is going to be awesome, and I know we're going to have a lot of fun. But definitely the location. It's just I'm very excited to see the location and experience it. It's one of my favorite things about this is getting to go to these places and just every time it's a new experience, it's a new journey, and I'm excited to learn more. As always, that always happens too. And then the alone time is going to be definitely a test for all of us in this large of a location, in this type of a location, especially with the history of it and what happened to Steve. It's going to be, it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. And as always, I mean, that's just every investigation, more experience, and I'm excited for that.
Something earlier, or you said something that stood out to me while you were talking right now. You said it's a journey, like a paranormal journey into the
Kind of like a paranormal journey into the unknown, some would say.
Oh man. Yeah,
Some
I
would-
think so.
Some would say.
It really is. It really is a journey, like an adventure,
You guys got yourself a real long journey. My drive's only 6.5 hours.
Yeah, dude, that's the part I'm looking forward to the most. The 10-hour drive alone, and then the other 10 with Alex. That's gonna be.
You got a lot of time to think. Eric drove about 7 hours to get here.
Yeah, Eric drives a lot, but by himself. He's used to. I never do it, so I'm kind of like fuck. But I think the part that I'm looking forward to the most is I think the location. Of course, finally being able to meet Keith and Steve in person is going to be badass, and then hopefully we get to meet Adam too, because I'm sure we will.
He's more of a ghost than anything in that building, dude.
Oh shit, that's going to be the whole movie. We're trying to capture him on film.
Capture Adam.
Yeah. Dude, I keep looking at this damn hamster because it's flying off the wheel and landing on its head and shit. It's insane. This is like extreme hamstering over here. But yeah, I think that's the part I'm looking forward to the most is just meeting everybody. But the film itself, man, I think that it's going to come out really good, and I'm really glad that Keith is going to take over the post-production on that, and it's going to be cool to like create a project and then kind of like trust it in the hands of somebody else. And I want to see how like he creates the film. For those watching, that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to film a documentary, and then you guys will be able to have a chance to watch it. I know we're not going to upload it on YouTube, but we're going to figure out a way to get people to watch it.
I trust Keith.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I truly appreciate those kind words, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to edit this film. I think it's going to come out really epic. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it's going to be dope.
I mean, we're going to have so many different cameras and different angles and everything too. We shouldn't really miss anything that goes on in the building either night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. And like I know Steve offered to edit it, but we're like, dude, we don't want to edit it on Movie Maker, bro. It's kind of like
Yo, I'll edit it. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I'm really excited because it's gonna feel so nice to have another documentary going and under our belt. I think that's where the field's kind of going now. Is documentary filmmaking is going to be the next big thing. I mean, it already has been a thing, but like I think everybody's kind of stopping on trying to get a TV show. I think that's kind of the hype for that's kind of dying down. So it's going to be really cool to have a documentary where 4 people from different locations so far away all gathered together to create a film. It's going to be really cool. It's a lot of fun.
Hopefully the first of a couple, at least.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure there'll be more in the future. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to add. Do y'all have anything else that y'all want to touch on? Any questions or anything about the trip?
I don't know, man. It's gonna be a good time. The building is it's big. It's crazy. It's big. I mean, I'm sure everybody's done big locations. I mean, Waverly Hills. I've done Waverly Hills, and that's more than double the size of this. But Madison, it just seems like no matter where you go in the building, you expect something to happen. I mean, even in like the cafeteria or the break room, the bathrooms, stuff happens. Like you really have no breaks there at all. So I'm excited for you guys to get out there and see it.
So when we split up into 4 separate places, what areas would, like you being there before, Steve, how would you split up the 4 quadrants?
I would probably, okay, that's the cool thing, because like there's basically 2 separate buildings. So there's the Civil War side, and then there's like the asylum side. So I mean, somebody realistically could take the entire Civil War building because it's a smaller building. So somebody could take that whole building, and that's really 2 floors and an attic. And then the asylum side, somebody can stay on the first floor. There's like a couple big rooms down there where they would have had like the cafeteria and the kitchen is down in the first floor. There's a couple other rooms off in the back that have some weird activity that goes on. And then there's still 3 floors above that. So, you could even do somebody on the second and the third. The third floor is the asylum floor where the rec room is. And then like around the corner is like where all the asylum rooms are and where a lot of crazy stuff happens, where the lobotomy chair is. And then the first and second floor are really just a lot of individual rooms and bathrooms. There's bathrooms for people who hung themselves. There's bathrooms for people who have been murdered. So there's really not a bad spot, but we'll have definitely enough places to put people and rotate, no problem.
Having a whole building like that to yourself, that's freaking intense, dude. That's insane.
Yeah. You can close it right off from the other section too. There's a door that leads to the middle section, which then leads to the other building. So you can literally close them off by themselves in their own building, really.
Do you think that we should start on, like, should the first night be solo sessions or should we end on solo sessions?
I feel like if we do solo the second night, because then everybody will kind of have a grip of the building, more so where they're at, who maybe they're interacting with, might be able to give them, better shot at getting good stuff and kind of get their feet wet in the building the first night, get an idea of what's going on where and where, you are in the building, and then kind of send them off by themselves.
Like we'll have our bearings down after being there for a while. Let me go to the chat real fast. Tim, we are going to be at Madison Seminary in Madison, Ohio. I don't know what this hamster's doing. It wants me to get a tube and put in my butt. That's what it wants me to do. They knocked down the old Palestine hospital. Oh, that sucks. What's going on, Dylan at Concho? Yeah, they knocked down that hospital near me, man. That's a big bummer. So really cool place.
I had a bummer with a hospital near me too. So
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, there's a hospital that's out here. It closed in 2003. It's about 45 minutes from where I live. A couple of our members in our group were actually born there. It was built in 1917. basically the main building's 110,000 square feet. There's 11 buildings up on the hill, old nurses' cottages, doctors' cottages, powerhouse. And private owners bought it in 2010 for about 300,000. What they wanted to do with it wasn't going to work out. So last year they tried to give it back to the town for free. And the town said, no, we don't want to take on, fixing up that building. So basically the owners were like, we're going to give it to a nonprofit that we can find for free. So I just talked to somebody recently at one of our events, and they had known the private owners, and they're like, oh, you should get in touch with them, see if, they might be willing to work out something with you guys where you could take it over and basically do what Adam's doing. So I did some more digging on it and more research on the owners and who has it, how to get it, and all this stuff. And come to find out, they already found another nonprofit, and somebody else already has it. So it's over.
Oh man, that's heartbreaking.
Over before it even started.
Keith, you had something happen too, right? If you want to talk about it, I don't know if you want to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been looking. I do a lot of searching on the internet, looking for old abandoned houses, similar locations to what Steve was mentioning just now, and I found a house about 45 minutes from me that was built in the 1800s that was used as a hospital in the Civil War. The house, they wanted $60,000 for it. And I was all over it. I contacted the realtor, and the problem is it's a historical home, part of the Preservation Society. So they have a laundry list of things you have to do to this house, and they have to get approvals. I mean, you can't just buy it and keep it. You have to restore it back to its original condition. And so I had to walk away from it.
Yeah, that costs a little more than $60,000 at that point.
Absolutely, man. Right now, I'm not in the situation where my plan was to just sit on it and set up some live cams in there and do some investigations, have like my own little playground to go to on the weekends. But it's not going to work with this house, unfortunately. I'm going to keep looking though. I'm going to keep looking.
Yeah, there's hospitals and stuff all over the place, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, over there in your area there are, huh? Because that's where everybody started.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over here. There's a TB hospital about 45 minutes from here that has been closed and abandoned really since the 80s. That was for sale a couple years ago. The guy lives in Florida, but I recently went inside this past year, and it's a shell. There's nothing left worth even buying at this point. If you bought the building, you're just getting the facade, really. There's nothing cool. You can't really even restore it back to the hospital, It doesn't even look like a hospital inside. It's just broken walls.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't really live near anything cool. Alex lives next to a trap house. That's pretty cool.
I got Caraway Hospital. It's massive, and it's right in downtown Birmingham. We actually have quite a few. We have Caraway Hospital. We have the Old Bryce and the Bryce Mental Asylum. There's part of that's abandoned too.
Bryce,
and then we got
that's a good one.
There's another abandoned mental institution in Tarrant, Alabama, and then there's the UAB Health Professionals building in Chelsea. So I got like a bunch of spots all around. But also my house that I bought was built in 1902. So it's about 116 years old. And it's luckily not on the National Historic Registry, but it's on the Bessemer Historic Registry.
Nice. Yeah, you got me beat by about 8 years. Our house is 1910, so.
Nice. That's awesome. I love old houses.
Oh yeah.
Tim told me to tell you, Alex, that he's hearing the woman scream in the woods again.
At his house? Oh, he thinks it might be a fox, but we're not sure. Tell him to try to, or I guess I can just tell him because he's listening. Tell him try to record it if you can. Also, can we get a birthday shout out for the birthday boy here?
It's that boy.
It's my birthday. What's up, y'all?
Happy birthday.
So you guys are both in the bathroom at the same time?
We don't mind.
Are y'all in a hotel?
Yeah, we're in a one-bed hotel.
Wait, how come Eric didn't want to stay at your house, Alex?
I don't know.
You wanted to survive the night.
Nice.
I see you. I see you remember to switch out your poster before you went live, JP.
What's that?
You said you switched out your poster behind you there. You got your Superman one up instead of the other poster we were talking about.
Yeah, I should have put my other poster up before.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what this whole trip is dedicated to.
absolutely.
Two amazing guys that.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, dude, I'm just so excited. I really have nothing else to say besides it's gonna be, in Eric's words, lit.
Who's gonna play Ouija with me?
which one do you want?
Are we allowed to there? I know some locations don't allow.
I don't know. He had a couple in the building, and I guess some of them were like using them at one point, and then they started not liking what was happening, so they gave them to me. So now they're in my house.
Nice.
But I don't
think-
even remember which ones they are.
I feel like he would probably let us do it because he probably trusts us to not be like irresponsible with it.
Right.
Dude, this fucking hamster, dude, I swear to God, bro, it's driving me fucking nuts.
Well, if we ever get a hold of him, we could actually ask him. But
Yeah, I try to shoot him a message to let him know we'll be there Saturday. So I don't know, we'll just show up and kind of chill. So, yeah, and then I know there's like a bunch of other haunted locations around there. Is there anywhere that's like driving distance?
trying to think. The only place that we went when we were out there for a day tour wasn't really driving distance. It was like another hour and a half. We went to Mansfield. I've been out there a couple times for day tours, but it's not
Pretty
like down
cool.
the road. It's like, yeah, it's a cool building, but it's like an hour and a half. I mean, it's not, you know.
Drive any more than I have to.
Yeah,
I like the town of Mansfield's pretty cool too. Like just a small little town, but
yeah.
Mary Jane's grave is out there too. It's like one of the local legends. I'm sure we can find something to get into if we want.
Yeah,
Madison's a cool little area. I mean, they got some good spots to eat. You're right on the shore of Lake Erie. You can go see a great lake. I mean, it's pretty cool.
oh, that is pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. Karen said, "Don't forget salt and crystals, dude." We really have to be like good about.
Yo, I'm crystalled up. I got black onyx, obsidian, black tourmaline, labradorite for my wisdom stone. I'm ready to rock.
He's got his wizard stones.
I got my wisdom stones, though.
Ready to rock, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah, what do y'all plan on doing? Y'all plan on using some type of protection?
Probably condoms.
Yeah. I'll just use them after Alex uses them.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Probably I don't know. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna bring.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I'm not religious. I don't know. I don't protect myself when I go places. I don't know if I should start looking into something as, especially with what happened here last time. I'm just curious to see what will happen when I go in that room again, especially the second night.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't even alone the first time. There was 2 other people in there.
I think now that you're aware of it happening, it probably won't. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I know, like, since I've done some stuff since my experience, I definitely feel more confident in not letting that happen again. And I don't know. I don't think it's something that we can technically control, but I think that a lot has to do with it. I think whenever I was in the place where it happened, there was something wrong. There was something different off with me, and that's how the spirit knew. And that's probably the same thing with Alex and Steve.
Yeah.
And Keith, you're probably just going to get possessed and be walking the walls.
He's gonna end up levitating or something.
He's gonna show up in each of our zones and kill us. No, I'm just
Yeah, he's gonna start. He's gonna start going by GK.
that Steve Muff, the Steve Muff face, come out of the shadows.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah,
no.
that's right.
So I am nervous about being alone. Like, I really am. It's gonna be interesting. But I really, really am interested mainly in Keith doing it because I feel like he's probably the one that hasn't done it as much as the others.
Absolutely. I think the longest I spent isolated was maybe 15, 20 minutes one time at St. Albans Sanatorium, and it was up in the attic. I couldn't do it, man. It was scary as hell. I was just experiencing so much stuff, man. I had to call for some backup pretty quick.
Damn.
So there'll definitely be some good footage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Eric wanted to know, have all you guys done some isolation? We know JP has. Steve, you've done some too, right?
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah,
we have a little bit of experience, but this is going to be interesting. I've done a few overnights alone at certain locations, but not a location of this size, I don't think. Trying to think. For a full overnight. At Waverly, I was alone most of the time, but there was some other people there. So this is going to be like the biggest location overnight by myself, I think.
And I'm telling you that third floor, the third floor in the silent part of the building, the rec room side is fine. You can stay up there by yourself. You'll interact and you'll have stuff happen, but you walk through the doorway to the other part of that floor, game changes. I mean, you can't. It's a whole different thing on that side. As soon as you cross that threshold, dude, as soon as you cross that threshold, it's a whole different thing over there.
So we'll draw straws to see who sleeps in that area by yourself.
Whoever would be the most entertaining on camera, being scared out of their mind.
Oh fuck. Oh man.
Check
Yeah,
out
we'll
these sweaters.
What?
Can you see? Or is my camera off?
Your camera's off.
It keeps turning itself off.
Oh,
We're ready.
the
We're
Christmas,
ready.
Happy holidays.
Christmas
Ready.
squad.
Where are y'all going? What are y'all doing, Alex?
Tomorrow we're going to Moundsville, I think, and a few other spots.
We're gonna investigate here tonight.
And we're probably gonna go to the old Red Eyes spot.
We're
gonna do an investigation here after we get off of this live stream, and then we might hit Old Bryce. We got options. We got options. Funeral home. Basically,
Nice.
we're doing like a little tour of all the local famous little like smaller haunts, because we went to Sloss today for a little bit, but for an overnight at Sloss, it's pretty expensive.
Hey, we had an awesome time at Sloss.
Yeah, we had it
today.
and we had it all to ourselves too. So, and then we hit Bass tonight, which was awesome.
Dude, Bass Cemetery was awesome. We were at the legendary Bass Cemetery, and it was absolutely amazing. Multiple atmosphere changes while we were there. Just really a lot of really strange occurrences, a lot of really good documented EVPs, like really good.
And Eric saw the red light that everybody keeps seeing
in the sky, right above the edge of the wood line. It blinked in the sky, and then it blinked in the woods, and then it disappeared. So I saw it twice, and it fell into the woods. It was awesome.
Damn. Awesome. Well, hopefully y'all keep having a bunch of cool stuff happen. Everybody says that they want me to sleep in the scariest part alone.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's different. I fell asleep when I did a solo at Waverly Hills. I fell asleep in the body tray in the morgue. Like, I got pushed in and I fell asleep in there. I'm telling you, I don't think I could stay on the third floor. I don't think I could.
Shit. Well, I'm screwed. There's 2 votes.
I'll sleep anywhere and snore really loud. So.
I'm just glad that we'll be away from Alex on the second night, because he's probably going to cook up some smell. And
I'm not taking a shower the whole trip. It's part of the.
You got 20 hours in the car with him.
Part of his ritual.
Yeah,
it's a protection.
Man. Yeah, his demonic protection. This smells like shit.
It's part of my protection.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so ready. It's gonna be so much fun. And what is it? We have 2 more weeks?
Nah, it's a week from it's a week. You guys leave a week from tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, tomorrow's Friday.
And then baby. That's it, man. So I know
grind all week.
Yeah. It's already 11, and I know you got to wake up early, Steve. So, and I was late. So, but I think we covered everything. There's really not much more that we can discuss because it's really just one of those things when it happens. To everybody in the chat, next week there will not be any live streams from me, and the week after. So for 2 weeks, there's going to be no live streams because I'm going to be spending time with my family before leaving, and then when I get back, spending time with the family, of course. So just keep that in mind, everybody. And we will have this ready to go. Keith said he'll edit it in 3 days.
There you go. There you go.
No, we'll have it, but it's not going to be a YouTube thing because we're putting a lot of time and effort into this. So we're trying to make some money in order to do another one later. So we're going to figure that out.
And I want to thank Steve for allowing us all to be a part of this and taking us to this awesome location and showing us.
Yeah, no, I'm pumped for you guys to get out here. I'm glad you guys are all making the trip.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. It's going to be so much fun. So, all right, well, everybody in the chat, have a good night. It was a short one, but there's really no need to drag it on. Alex, be careful. You and Eric have fun.
Yeah, good luck.
Happy birthday, Eric.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. Woo!
Eric, do you love Alex more, or does Alex love you more?
He probably loves me more.
All right, Keith. Have a good night, man. And we'll all go see each other very soon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.